Bulls and Bears. Hey, everybody. Welcome back with another dose of economic reality. It's Christmas Eve. I will not be putting out a video on Christmas, but I'm putting this out very late on Christmas Eve. And so many of you will be watching this on Christmas anyways. I can't believe what some people are doing with Christmas outfits, like right over here, like over here. We're going to watch that here in just a minute. It's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. I kind of disagree with some of the stuff that people are doing to quote unquote celebrate the holidays. But first, economic financial news. Then we're going to jump into that video here and I'll give you my thoughts on it here. Now, as we see tons of people traveling, spending money, record-breaking Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals over the November holiday weekend. Now we have more signs coming out, folks, that this debt is unsustainable, and all the activity that you see, not all, but a big majority of it, and we're going to talk about how much, a big majority of it is debt-fueled spending, and we know that economic growth is based on how much money people are spending. So naturally, the more debt people can take on, the better the economy is going to look when you look at the official growth numbers that are put out. Those growth numbers, remember, are based on people spending money, and people are spending money they don't have in most cases. But recently, the number of job openings in the U.S. has just hit the lowest it's been since January 2021. Remember, January 2021, less than a year from the onset of the health crisis. The excuse back then was, well, there's a health crisis. We're recovering. Remember, 2022, 2023, the word that was everywhere in financial news was we're recovering, we're on a recovery. Well, the recovery was all based on borrowed money and people burying themselves into so much debt. U.S. job openings tumbled last month to their lowest since January 21, a sign that the labor market is losing some momentum. Still, posted vacancies remain well above pre-pandemic levels. So posted vacancies tells me that there's jobs out there, but they don't pay enough for people to actually want to take the jobs. People would rather collect a check, beg for money on social media. There's this big thing happening right now where people are begging for money basically on social media to buy their kids Christmas presents. And it's interesting because a lot of the people that begged for money, they then put out videos about how people bought their kids the wrong stuff, right? People begging for money, begging for help to buy their kids Christmas gifts, then go back and post a video about how people were cheap. I saw one video, and I won't play it because somebody complained about my last videos, because if I show a certain type of person in the video, then I get a bunch of backlash. But anyways, the person that was complaining, their kid got a doll, but it wasn't a Barbie doll. It was like a generic doll from wherever they sell them at Dollar Tree and who knows. It was not official Barbie. So the person was complaining, all these cheap BS's people buying my kids this junk. Kids want real, what she was saying was kids want real name brand products. They don't want some knockoffs. This is a person that was begging people, asking people to buy their kids gifts. They have this like gift wish list type of thing. Let me see if I can find the name of it. And what it is, it's called Angel Tree, sponsored by Salvation Army. It's an Angel Tree program, helps provide Christmas gifts for hundreds of thousands of children around the country each year. So what some parents are doing is they're putting out videos, TikTok and other social media platforms, saying, oh, my kids want this, my kids want that. Can you please help? I'm having a tough time. The economy's hard. Cost of living's too high. My husband left. Whatever the story is. And so they get people, sometimes a lot of people, hundreds of people sometimes, sending them gifts or buying them gifts and sending them to them. But what they're doing in some cases, and I don't know if this is the majority, hopefully it's just a small percentage of the people, but some of the people that I saw turned around and complained that the gifts were not good enough or cheap or generic or not what the kids wanted. Folks, if you're begging people to buy you gifts because you can't get it yourself, you better be happy that you get even a generic doll from the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree now. You should be really happy to get anything, and you should be lucky to get anything after this. If you go on social media to complain about the people that bought you gifts or complain about the gifts not being name brand, right? Or official merchandise, folks. It's pretty sad to see how much ungratefulness we have in our society. All right, let's hear how one person put it who's researched this stuff a little bit better than myself.
There's been a lot of drama surrounding the angel tree this year. This video in particular, I believe, has gone the most viral and started the most discord. However, the original poster has since privated her account, but she basically posted, "Angel tree did me dirty as hell. If I don't laugh, I'll cry." I wasn't expecting much, but I definitely thought it wouldn't be this.
Angel tree did her dirty?
So she basically got items that she didn't ask for and then didn't get the things that she did ask for. The clothing
Probably people re-gifting stuff. You have a bunch of stuff that you got or laying around that you don't use, so you re-gift it. That's probably what you got.
List that you can't afford or is out of your price range, choose another child or just don't do it. This mom's instance, she had gotten clothes that were too large for her children. And I saw some people say, well, maybe they were sizing up for you so that your kids could wear it longer. And I don't agree with that.
There's somebody who gave some gifts to some angel tree beggars, and listen to what she says.
Why are angel tree parents so ungrateful this year? Okay, let me explain. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time from what I felt like. I saw the angel tree as soon as I walked into the store. There was a mom with 5 kids ranging from 11 months to 12 years. I said, you know what? I'm going to take all 5 kids and I am going to get them 2 out of the 3 things that were on this Christmas list. One ranged for the baby from clothes to baby toys to the 12 video game that was over $50. I said, you know,
I don't know why this person to the right's laughing. It's not that funny. It's kind of funny, but not that funny.
What? I'm going to do it. I go to the checkout. I spend over $300 of my hard-earned money, okay? I did not post it on social media because I didn't feel the need to say I'm a good person because I know I'm a good person deep down. I shit you not. I am scrolling on TikTok, and what do I see? A mother explaining as to why she is ungrateful for all the gifts that she received from the angel tree that did not meet her standards, I guess. What I find oddly coincidental is these are the exact same items that I just purchased a few days ago.
The person that she bought the items for looks like the one that was complaining.
Okay? I said, there's no way. This is a coincidence. It's not the same thing. The longer I'm watching this lady's video, the more I'm getting pissed off and my mouth is on the floor. I said, these are the same exact freaking items I just bought. And this lady is complaining that I didn't spend enough money or I didn't get this or I didn't get the other items.
Wow. So I won't play much more of that. I mean, I think you guys get the picture. Folks, we live in a society where people have no appreciation for people trying to help them. They feel like they're owed free stuff and they're owed people buying them stuff for decisions they made, right? These people have kids. They chose to have the kids, but yet they want society, and not just at Christmas time, but all around. They want everybody else to pay for decisions that they made. It seems like it's going more and more in that direction as the cost of living gets worse and worse and worse. More people needing rescue programs like we always talk about here, handouts. And many would argue that they shouldn't have any of these. But if we didn't have any of these, guess what? Poverty's so bad right now that you would see probably half the United States homeless if we didn't have these rescue programs. Literally, I think we'd have millions. I think we'd have in the hundreds of millions of people homeless if it weren't for all the different programs, not just housing, but everything else that people, get for free as handouts. If we took all them away, the food, the rental assistance, the housing assistance, you would see, I think, half the country, sadly, half the country homeless. That's how dire it is right now. And why do you think that economic growth is dependent on debt? Because people don't actually have the saved money to go out and spend, right? A certain percentage of the population does. Top 10, 20, 30%, pretty good. 70% down, not so much. The savings is the lowest that it's been in many, many decades. So pretty sad to see people very unappreciative of what people are trying to do to help them. And you can see it just when you go out, when you're out and about on the streets, in the stores, you see people that are just kind of rude, They're not concerned about being in your way. They park their cart right in the middle of the aisle. Today, I was at the store. I was at Walmart doing some last minute shopping, mostly food stuff. And this lady had the cart right in the middle of the aisle. So as I pushed my cart past hers, I pushed her cart out of the way. And she gives me a look like, why am I touching her cart? Even though she's right in the middle of the aisle with her cart. You couldn't get through, right? Even if I didn't have a cart, I'd have to move to the side to get through. That's how much of the aisle she took up. But yeah, it gives me a weird look for pushing her cart out of the way. Like, how dare you touch my cart, right? And I probably would have said something. I was just in a hurry. Just, if you say something to everybody that's like that, that's inconsiderate, you're going to be talking to people all around, all around your daily activities. So after a while, I just learned to ignore the rudeness, I guess. But anyways, let's get into that other video. Adults are doing for the holidays. They're basically terrorizing. They're freaking out their kids. Look at this. Look at the looks on their face. Watch this. All right, that looks like the dad. He's laughing. But these kids aren't laughing, folks. Look at that. These are young kids. They're screaming their heads off. Look at this. Tackling the tree like a maniac. Right? The Grinch is scary enough. Just the Grinch. But he's got to tackle the tree like a lunatic. Oh my gosh. Like, what do you think when you're a kid? Some of these kids are 4, 5, 6. And there's adults laughing at this. I think it's funny. These kids could get hurt too. When you're that scared and you start running away from something like that, you could hit your head on something. Like, a lot of bad stuff can happen. There's adults, folks. Adults laughing in these videos, laughing at this. Look at is that a 2-year-old? Look at this. That's terrible. Throwing pillows at him. Okay, there you go. Punch him, get him. There you go. Good job. Uh-oh, this one's sneaking up. He's sneaking up on him. This looks like a whole sleepover full of kids. This is terrible. Little young kids, look at that. Wow. All right, what do you guys think about that? To me, that's just terrible. There's the dad. Oh, it looks like he's laughing. All right? And that's just another sign of what's happening. And is this why kids grow up to be so messed up and rude and dysfunctional, and why so many people turn to substance abuse? Is it stuff like this? I mean, there's much worse, obviously. There's abuse and things like that. This isn't the worst of the worst, but when it's the holidays and you're supposed to be having fun with the family, and some guy in a green or in a red suit, a green guy in a red suit comes in and starts going crazy, freaking out your kids. People are doing this type of stuff, folks. It's crazy. Anyway, hope you had a good holiday. Having a good holiday if you're still celebrating the holidays. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit different, but try to tie in the economic picture with all of it here. Anyways, let me know what you think about this down in comments. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year coming up. We'll see you before New Year. So happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. All right, folks, have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. All right, everybody. Big love. Keep stacking. Bye for now. Peace.